The Supreme Bliss of Enlightenment is referred to in the first sermon of the Buddha called Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta as Dukkha Nirodha Arya Satya in Pali, meaning the noble truth of the cessation of suffering or cessation of dukkha. The word dukkha is translated in English as suffering, but really dukkha is not only suffering. Suffering is only a mental form of dukkha. It really means the activity, result of the universal activity called universal energy, referred to by the Buddha as anicca, meaning dynamism. Everything and being in this universe is dynamic. And that dynamism results in the transformation of all forms, both in the animate and in the inanimate. Constant transformation. It is that constant transformation that is referred to as dukkha in the Buddha's language. But here, the Buddha referred to a world not outside us, but the world inside us. In the Rohita Sutta, Buddha declared that the entire world that we experience is within our own body. That means the world that we experience is a world of mental formations, a world of mental forms, mental images. Mental images are experienced by us as thought forms. Therefore, even the Buddha referred to the dukkha as creation of thought forms. That is why in the Buddha's first paean of joy, recorded in the Jaravaga of Dhammapada, he declared that at his enlightenment there is cessation of thought formation. Visankara gatan chitta. Sankara means formation of thoughts forms, images, mental images, creative mental images. And that activity ceased at the enlightenment. Because with enlightenment, one is able to see things as they are. That is referred to in the Buddha's language as yatha bhuta jnana darsana. Jnana means knowledge. Knowledge means memories recorded in our brain cells. What we experience through our sensory organs is identified with the help of mental images. For example, when we hear the voice of our mother or see the picture of our mother, we recognize that picture or that sound as the sound of the mother. With the help of the memories, we have retained in our brain cells. Thus, such memories go to form our knowledge. That is why it is said, Jata Bhuta Jnana Dasana. After enlightenment, we things as they are and recognize them as in the form of words. We use words to recognize. Words are signals, they are called sanya. Even the enlightened ones recognize their sensations with the help of memories recorded in the brain cells. That is why it is said, Arhants, the enlightened ones, see things as they are, yata bhuta jnana dasana. That means without prejudices. As mentioned in the Karnamya Sutra by the Buddha, the enlightened ones are dittincha anupagamma silava dasanena sampanno. The enlightened ones can see things as they are without being prejudiced by knowledge or recorded memories. That means can see things as they are, yata bhuta jnana dasana, and can accept things as they are, yata labha santutti. That is the nature of an enlightened mind. What we call mind is a process of thinking. Thinking is a process of thoughts. According to the Abhidhamma, every thought consists of 17 electromagnetic sparks. They are called, in the Buddha's language, Chittakana, mental sparks. We recognize the images created by such sparks with the help of the knowledge we have retained in our memory cells. And when we see the mental image, not the actual reality that lead to the formation of a mental image, we can experience, because we cannot experience the reality of any physical image outside us. Any form outside our body, any form, the reality of any form that we find in the world outside. Because our sensory organs are limited in their capacity to see the reality of things and beings that these sensory organs experience. What we can experience, therefore, according to Buddha, according to the Rohita Sutta, is only the mental images created in our mental screen. That is why, as I mentioned earlier, in the Rohita Sutta, Buddha declared that the entire world that we experience is within our body. That means, Pyamata kalebere panyapimi lokamcha. And these images look real and we think them as real. They are not actually real, but they appear to be real. And sometimes we get misguided by their appearance. That means get illusioned by their appearance, and that is called moha. Or sometimes we get attached to them, that is called raga, liking. or sometimes we resent them. That is called dosa, disliking. And this liking and disliking, attachment and resentment, are caused by mental magnetism. Our thoughts, the unenlightened thoughts, are made of electromagnetism. Once we are enlightened, our thoughts are created, mental images are created by pure electricity, without the intention of magnetism. Because it is magnetism that leads us to like certain images and dislike certain images and get illusioned by all images without seeing the reality. This magnetic attraction is referred to in that's normally called the magnetic nature of our thought, of our mind, is called karma. Karma means really, in Buddha's language, sensory pleasures, sensual objects that the mind gets attached to or resent. Karma means mental magnetism. And the images that we experience in our mind are caused, as I mentioned earlier, by electromagnetism. Some forms are pleasant, some forms are unpleasant. We like the pleasant forms and dislike the unpleasant forms. In Buddha's language, liking is called raga, disliking is called moha. And the illusion that lead to such liking and disliking is called moha. Enlightenment means the cessation of raga, dosa, moha, as defined in the Nibbana Sutta, saying Sankitte, saying ragakkoyo, dosakkoyo, mohakkoyo, idam uchyate nibbana. That is the state of an enlightened mind, free of attachment, resentment and illusion. And our liking such illusions is called raga, as I mentioned earlier, and disliking is called moha. The source of such liking is our mental thirst. Karma gets activated as our mental thirst, positively as bhavatanha and negatively as vibhavatanha. Bhava means to happen, to get manifest. We like the manifestation of certain forms and we dislike the manifestation of some other forms. That liking is called bhavatanha, liking for the manifestation of the personal form, and disliking for the manifestation of unpresent form is called vibhavatanha. And this tanha is a word derived from the Sanskrit word trishna, means thirst, physical thirst, but the Buddha used the tanha derived from trishna to mean the mental thirst. The mental thirst has a positive form called bhavatanha and a negative form called vibhavatanha, as I mentioned earlier. This regard to the mental objects that we like or dislike, and they are called karma. Karma vatu, the object of liking and disliking, the objects of attachment and resentment. Cessation of thinking means cessation of the mental activity called liking, disliking, and the illusion caused by that lead to liking and disliking. When there is no liking and disliking or illusion, there is no thought formation of mental images. And that is the supreme bliss called dukkha nirodha by the Buddha. And he defined dukkha as the sankirtena panchupadanakkhandha dukkha. Upadanakkhandha means 5 mental aggregates that go to form mental images through electromagnetism. Upadana means the magnetic elements of our thought forms. Enlightenment means the cessation of mental magnetic elements from our thoughts, from our thinking. And that is realized at the enlightenment by perfecting the practice of being aware of things and beings without liking and disliking on the path to Nibbana, especially in trances, in meditations. Meditation means being aware of sensation without liking and disliking. Enlightenment means the cessation of liking, disliking, and the illusion that lead to such liking and disliking.